All right, what's going on? I saw Cody's comment a little while ago. Shout out to Cody. How y'all feeling about today's game? It's like you we wanted to take advantage. Their defense is bad in general. Their passing defense is bad. Their rushing defense is bad. But I thought we would be able to have a big day on offense today, but it just doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like today the winds are at about 30 miles per hour. So there's not going to be a lot of successful passing unless the winds have calmed down. But earlier today, the wind was at 30 miles per hour, a kicking that literally blew onto the field. So for it to blow from the sideline down onto the field shows that yeah, shows that the winds are definitely going crazy right now. Let's see if the weather has changed at all. I'll just go to the good old weather.com to see if anything is changed in the stadium. Let's see what the weather is looking like. As we have somebody outside my house making too much noise. Let's see, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The wind is at 18 miles per hour, so it calmed down a little bit. It was at 30, so 18 is a lot better than 30. So you might actually be able to throw the ball in 18 miles per hour. Yeah, last week was really easy. Last week was really easy. We just made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be, but it was definitely, I would say, an easy game. Like the Texans game was frustrating because I thought we could have put more points on the board, but hey, I never really thought we would lose that game. But if you look at Aaron Andrews right here, the wind is kind of moving. The wind is definitely kind of moving. 18 mile per hour southeast wind. Temperature at 36 degrees, feels like 26 because of that wind. I'm feeling weird about the game too, but I don't think we'll lose it. I really don't think we'll lose this game. Look at these all white uniforms from Detroit. Golladay out there on the sideline getting ready. The way Golladay is on the sideline, it looks like he's gonna start again. I can just tell from the body language. Don't ask me why, but he looks like he's ready to go with them kicking off to the Giants. So we'll see. He might just be putting everything on like that with that much intensity because he just wants to, have a helmet on and not be as cold. So we'll see if he comes out. I think he'll start because they say he's been having good weeks of practice the last couple weeks. So they usually give him a chance, and let's see if he can make something happen this week. Brightwell gets the ball. He's going to take this down to the 23. The Giants will start at the 23.5-yard line. That's a win so far for Detroit. Not having to have a start at the 25. Daniel Jones 8-2, touchdown interceptions, 1,596 yards. And I was wrong. Golladay is not out there for your first snap of the game. Missed the inactive list. The inactive players that are notable is pretty much. Oh my God, Barkley just got shut down right there. But pretty much the inactives were Evan Neal. David Seal isn't playing. Evan Neal isn't playing. There was one other person that was kind of prominent, but I don't remember. What's going on, Asia? Let's see if anybody else is in here. I'm going to take a look at the play real quick. Giants back in the shotgun, 2nd and 13. After that first play, that kind of trick play, got shut down by Detroit first snap of the game. DJ's got some time. He's got forever. He's going to throw it to Saquon, who's going to get about 6 yards. All right, so let's see what else we got going on in the chat. It's way too windy to be tossing the ball. Yeah, it is ridiculous. It's definitely windy. You can see it. You can see it all over the place. What's going on, Heartstorm? Rooting so hard for Golladay. I want to see him succeed. I really do too, but I think he may not get any more chances unless, someone gets hurt, and I don't want to see that. DJ's got time, but he's going to get sacked. He had time to find somebody, but there was no one open, and he just took the sack. So the Giants on their first drive go 3 and out. This is the first time we've gone 3 and out in a long time. Yeah, Daniel Bellinger is still inactive. Yeah, he's probably – people are thinking that he'll be ready for the Cowboys game. And that was Shane Lemieux who got whooped, right there, and gave up that sack. There's a paper bag on the field, and Gillen, he really punted that thing. The Lions are going to start at the 29. But that was a huge – no, Azeez is on IR, so he doesn't show up on the injury report. So he's still on IR. So he's not going to – like I said, he doesn't show up there. He's eligible to come back against Dallas, but I doubt he'll be back because it's a short week. So he'll probably be back the week after Dallas. He'll probably be back I forgot who we play after Dallas. I think it's Washington. Here's Detroit coming out in an I formation. They're going to turn around and hand this ball off. And he's got space. He's gotten about 13 yards. First touch of the game. That is Jonathan Williams. I'm forgetting the guy's first name. Pretty sure he came over from the Packers. Yeah, Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams, not Jonathan Williams. But yeah, their first play, really successful 12-yard run. They pretty much just carved out a wide open gap in the middle of the Giants' defensive line. Got up on the linebackers. Easy play. This time they're in no backs back there with Jared Goff. And Leonard Williams rushes somebody back into Jared Goff, and he's going to just throw this ball away. Yeah. Leonard Williams, that play just drove the guy all the way back into Jared Goff's lap, and he kind of panicked. I thought he could have had some more time to throw the ball because he got away from the rush, but he just threw it away after that. So 2nd and 10 coming up. So far, the Lions have a first down and an incomplete pass. Dan Campbell, he looks like he's not used to playing in the cold weather. He looks like he's feeling the cold. Even though he used to be a Giant and he's in Detroit now. They try to get to the outside on this run, and a nice play, nice job of keeping contained by the Giants. Only a 2.5-yard run right there. Like to see that because we've had a lot of issues with teams getting to the edge on us. So this will be a third down and 8. Looks like the Giants are manned up across the board. Lions in the shotgun. Goff has got a man across the middle, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. They'll punt. The Giants will get the ball back. And there's a flag. Roughing the passer. Wow. So the Giants get them off the field, but Zimenez, for some reason, hits Jared Goff late. He didn't hit him late, but his hands hit him in the helmet. Oh, man. You cannot have plays like this, man. You can't have plays like this. Zimenez has been doing a solid job filling in for Azeez, but you can't hurt us like that. You can't hurt the team by having your hands in the face mask. You give them 15 yards, and you get them into our territory. They need about 6 more yards to get in field goal range, probably, depending on which way the wind is blowing. Handoff again, right up the middle, driving his legs. That's about a gain of 4. Colts just got a touchdown. Love to see that against the Eagles. It is ridiculous the fact that Jeff Saturday has the Colts out here balling. So this will be 2nd and 6 coming up for the Lions. Giants back in man defense, kind of playing off. This is a shotgun. And you got guys getting held, but they didn't call it. And St. Brown is about a half a yard short of the first down. It looked like. Half a yard short. This is going to be a 3rd and inches, probably. They're calling it a 3rd and 1. So you got to think that the Lions are going to just line up right here and just try to bully us for this yard. Or you'll see some kind of misdirection. And Goff is going to pick up this first down, no problem. This is what happens when you give teams in the NFL 2nd, 3rd, 4th chances. You're going to give up points because you can't give up 15-yard penalties. Those things flip the whole field. We do not want to go down in a game like this where the wind is blowing, 18 miles an hour. So the Lions got another fresh set of downs. They got a fullback in the game. Play action. He's got guys open. He's got the tight end across the field. And that's about 16 yards on that play. The Lions are moving the ball. And you're right, Maximus, it's all because of that penalty. You cannot give up penalties in this league, and McFadden just could not keep up with that tight end right there. Again, this is how you give up points. Detroit's offense is explosive. You cannot just fall asleep on Detroit's offense. You got to get up on them. And we haven't been able to do that so far. Giants in some zone defense right here. Another handoff. And because of a tremendous play by Leonard Williams, they only get about a yard on that play. The linebackers were not in position to make a tackle that play. But luckily, like I said, Leonard Williams wrapped him up before he could get anywhere. Yeah, hopefully we can get a field goal. Hopefully they hold them to a field goal. 2nd and 8 here for Detroit. Another play action. A screen. And I think that was Jihad Ward that batted that screenplay down. Made that a tough catch for the running back out of the backfield. Let's see. Yeah, his fingertips touched it just a little bit, just to change the trajectory enough to make that running back drop it. So we got a 3rd and 8. This is a big down. Looks like there's some miscommunications going on in the defense. Looks like we're manning up again. We're playing really far off. Jared Goff in the backfield by himself. Let's see what we got. Snaps the ball well after the play clock expired. And we let them get 8 yards on a play where we should have gotten, first of all, the play clock should have been called a delay of game. It should have been a delay of game. Like, it should have been a delay of game, first off. Second of all, you got to make that tackle on the running back and not allow him to get 8 yards, 9 yards after he caught the ball, after contact. 24-yard attempt, and that is going to be right through the middle. I mean, I could have kicked that field goal. Yeah, I don't know why they just don't call delayed games against us for some reason. I have no idea why. That same thing happened in that Ravens game. It was an obvious delay game. They didn't call it. It goes for a touchdown. Luckily, that didn't really affect anything because the field goal pretty much they were going to get a field goal either way. And you're right. I mean, after that first down they got, Zimenez should have not hit the guy in the head, and we would have had the ball back, maybe even scoring the touchdown. But that's what happens when you give teams second, third, fourth, fifth chances. I mean, that's what the Giants love to do. I just remembered that I was supposed to bench somebody that I was starting in one of my fantasy leagues, and I forgot to do it because they were inactive. But whatever. That's just what happens, man. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. But yeah, we cannot have those penalties. I mean, I think we're a good enough team at this point to where we can overcome them because in the past we haven't been able to. But there's no reason for those penalties. There's no reason to be. I mean, we get way too many roughing the passer penalties. And let's look at the rest of the league. Washington is up 7-0 on Houston. Indy is up 7-0 on Philly. Cleveland is up 7-0 on Buffalo. Chicago is trailing 7-0 to Atlanta. The Jets are at 0-0. Rams are at 0-0. And of course, the Giants are down 3-0. I just updated that score. Let's see what's going on with Philly. Let's see. So far, the Eagles have run 5 plays. They're at their own 25. They just got a 10-yard penalty. It looks like they're going to have to punt. So that's what's going on with the Eagles right now. All right, Brightwell is going to take a knee right here. No reason not to. So the offense is going to start off at the 25. Feliciano in there. Lemieux getting his first start at left guard in about a year. Tyree Phillips at right tackle. He's been solid. Lemieux got beat badly that last drive. Hopefully he can play better than what he did last drive because we had a rookie in there that was playing really good football. Azudu is the other inactive that I forgot to. Azudu is not playing because Lemieux's in there. It looks like Azudu and Bredesen are much better players than Lemieux so far. So motion with Wandale Robinson. DJ has a decision to make. He's going to hit Slayton across the field, who's going to pick up about 15 right there. Let's see. Yeah, Slayton is doing it. Slayton is doing this thing. Yeah, Golladay hasn't played a snap, and they're calling Golladay a starter. Wandale in motion again. This time it's a handoff to Saquon, and Lemieux is playing horribly. Shane Lemieux is playing horribly. He cannot deal with Aleem McNeil at all, and he has cost the team 2 negative plays so far. If Bredesen is healthy and he's active, we need to put in Ben Bredesen because Lemieux has allowed 2 negative plays to happen to the Giants so far, or 3. He just is getting whooped by Aleem McNeil. And that is Lawrence Cager for about 7 yards. This time it's a 3rd and 4. The Giants are around midfield. 3 wide receivers right in the shotgun. Handoff to Saquon, and Saquon is going to be a yard short of a first down. Why we decided to run the ball, I have no idea. I have no idea why we decided to run the ball. We better be ready to go for it. We better be ready to go for it. We better be able to. Okay, we're going for it. 4th and 1 for the Giants. 4th and 1, tight formation. You got the running back out wide, Slayton on the left side, Motion and Breida in. Hand off to Breida. Breida's getting to the outside. He's got too much speed, and he's going to pick up 5. Breida on these sweeps is undefeated so far. His speed is too much to deal with this defense. To have to worry about Barkley coming up the middle and then Breida getting to the outside, it's impossible to stop in short yardage. They had him dead to rights, but he just kind of outran them. Definitely a good run by Breida, a patient run. Really good play call, too. Wan'Dale motions across the formation into the slot. The guy is running before every play starts. Hand off to Saquon. Saquon is going to get a yard, and he's not going to go any further. Yeah, Wan'Dale had a sweep last week, and it didn't go that well, and he ran back. Yeah, they're keying in. They're keying in on Saquon. They're not going to give up easy yards to Saquon Barkley. We got to get creative. I say we keep throwing the ball off of these RPOs. This time Saquon's getting to the outside, and if he had been able to keep his feet, he would have gotten to the edge. But it looks like this is a hole, and this play is going to come back. Looks like a hole. Let's see what this call is. Brad Rogers, never heard of this guy. Holding on the offense, this is going to be -10. It got declined. This will make it 3rd and 9. This will make this 3rd and 8. The Giants are dead set on running the ball. It is 18 miles per hour wind. Breida in. I think Lawrence Cager's in the backfield too. 3rd and 8. 4, 3. Wan'Dale motions inside. We snap the ball. DJ's getting some space. He's going to make this throw on the run. Breida is in the open field, and he picks up about 15, maybe more, on a nice play by Daniel Jones to escape pressure and make a nice throw kind of across his body. Daniel Jones has not thrown an incompletion yet. Breida goes to go look for somebody to block. DJ makes a nice play escaping it, and Breida is running wide open across the field by the time DJ hits him. DJ making some calls at the line. Saquon lined up behind him. The Giants are going to turn around and hand this off. Play action. DJ hits Wan'Dale, who's going to pick up another 1st down, and the Giants are down at the 10-yard line. Really nice play design. It looked like one of those bootlegs that DJ was going to make a take off and run with it. But instead, he faked the bootleg and hit Wan'Dale on the left sideline. Exactly. Game manager Jones in action. Giants back in the shotgun. This is going to be a run play 100%. Saquon is driving his legs, and he's going to go down at the 3. Definitely the Giants' best run of the day. And I'm guessing you guys are ahead of me because it looks like he's going to do something and he's going to score. What's going on, Christopher? Christopher Tony. Giants back in the shotgun. DJ's just going to take this off and run with it with Saquon as the lead blocker, and he just steps right in. I started Daniel Jones in fantasy this week, and it looks like I made a great decision. The Giants are going to go up 7-3 on Detroit. Beautiful drive by Daniel Jones. I mean, he manufactured this whole drive. This was all him. This was all him. Like, all him. Like this wasn't just like, oh, they just designed things so perfectly, which good play design definitely, but this was all Daniel Jones this drive. And the wind just really just blew that away. So yeah, 6-3. Yeah, that's some crazy wind right there. It looks like it's snowing too. Wow. Yeah, Golladay hasn't been on the field yet. The ball got blocked, and then the wind just kind of took over for it. All right, so at least the Giants have gone up 6-3, better than nothing 3. So let's see what's going on. Philly still has the ball. Philly still has the ball. They are at the Indianapolis 48. Oh, they punted it. They got the ball back though. Okay. So Washington is still up on Houston. I don't know. I mean, I think Gano knows how to kick in the wind. I think he just got it blocked, and once that ball got blocked, it just the wind took it away. And you see, like the Giant Daniel Jones is spinning the ball in 18 miles per hour wind. I mean, he could have done that last week. Yeah, Colts up still. They're still up 7-0, and it looks like the Colts just got the ball back. My NFL thing is kind of lagging, so I don't know who has the ball right now or what just happened. Either the Colts just punted this off to the. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna have to look at another app because my like Gamecast on my computer is like behind. I'm hoping that Wink stays, but I have little doubt that Wink Martindale will stay, and we could possibly lose Kafka too. Kafka, I'm not as worried because we have Shea Tierney behind him, but I don't know. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Eagles. Eagles have the ball at the Indianapolis 34. It looks like they're driving. So, all right. So the Giants are going to kick this off. Let's see what's going on with the wind to see if this gets to the end zone or not. Yeah, the Giants are kicking against the wind in this first half, in this first quarter. So that means in the fourth quarter, the Giants will be kicking against the wind. So keep that in mind if this ends up being a close game. And they're showing this Slayton block, which was a nice block. Slayton got up on that defensive end and actually held him up. Wow. Okay, so the winds have gone down 2 miles per hour, but as you see on that kicking play, what is going on here? Oh, hoo, hoo. The Giants defense looked like they were confused, and Detroit tried to quick snap us, and they threw a screen, and it just got blown up. The Detroit lost about 5 yards right there. Nick McLeod on that play. All right, 2nd and 13 here. Detroit back in the shotgun. I think that's on Amon-Ra St. Brown motions across, hiding behind the tight end right there. Giants sending another blitz, and he's going to go down after a gain of 1. This will put Detroit in what? 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. It'll be 3rd and 11. There's Wink calling another play, probably dialing up some kind of a blitz. This will be 3rd and 12. You got Leonard Williams on the edge, Kayvon Thibodeau in the middle of the defense. You got Dane Belton in the middle of the defense. And Dane Belton bails at the last second. They're throwing a screen. Amon-Ra St. Brown picks up a first down. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Wink Martindale, called a beautiful play. Can you believe it? Amon-Ra St. Brown catches the ball, falls down, and they let him get back up and run for a first down. And I don't know who this is right here, but some offensive lineman from the Lions is limping off the field. Evan Brown, the center, is limping off the field. But that is just inexcusable by the Giants defense to not come up and make that tackle. They've been so good for the most part this year and making tackles in the open field, but that was just horrendous. You said Philly is at 1st and 35 right now. Amon-Ra motions inside again. Handoff, play action. He's going to throw it, and he had Amon-Ra St. Brown open by about 7 or 8 yards, or Khalif Raymond open by about 7 or 8 yards, and missed him. Just missed him. Jalen Smith with the pressure right there, and he just missed him. The guy's wide open. I'm watching it on Sunday Ticket. I watch most of the games on Sunday Ticket. Detroit in the 2nd and 10 now. Giants are back in man coverage. Beautiful, beautiful run defense by the Giants that play. Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence held that up. Zimenez was waiting for that cutback. Didn't happen, so nice run contain right there. This will be 3rd and 9 again. So far, the Giants' defense has been horrible on 3rd down. Let's see if we can get off this time. This is 3rd and 9, and the quarter is going to run out, and they'll run this play in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, they need to sign Dexter Lawrence to an extension ASAP. He's got 1 more year left, but let's not even get to that year. Just sign the guy because he is balling. He's unstoppable. Philly punted it back to Indianapolis. One thing about Philly is if you're in the game in the 3rd and 4th quarter, you're going to, you have a good shot at winning because they score most of their points in the first half, and when they aren't able to do that, you got a shot at winning. Yeah, they usually score most of their points in the 1st or 2nd quarter. What's going on, man? I've been doing good. I haven't been putting out as many videos the last couple of weeks. I've been busy, but yeah. How y'all been doing? Eagles shut out in the 1st quarter. Yeah. So far, AJ Brown is 3 targets, 3 receptions for 46 yards. Hurts is 6 for 7 for 82 yards. Looks like they've been hurting themselves with those penalties because their offensive stats look good. They just don't have any points. The Colts will start off at the 10. Yeah, they haven't run anything yet. Let's see what else we got here. Buffalo's down 14-3. I have no idea what's going on with them. It's like they just lost their confidence the last couple of weeks. Like, this is ridiculous. It doesn't matter if you're playing literally the two worst teams in the NFL. If you play those two worst teams over and over again and make it to our record, that's still something to celebrate. Like, there's never any reason not to celebrate being 8-2. I mean 7-2, but hopefully we'll be 8-2 at the end of the day. Buffalo Wild Wings. Man, I have not watched a game at like a sports bar or a restaurant in such a long time. It's been ages. I have not done that in such a long. It's a whole different environment. It's like a unique experience watching a game at a sports bar or Buffalo Wild Wings or um, yeah, it's a different experience than just watching it at home, and that's a different experience than watching it in the actual stadium. Giants are in man coverage here on 3rd and 9. Goff is making some calls at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here. Jared Goff takes out right up the middle of the field, and he's running still. And they're going to add 15 to that. Holding. Wow. That's crazy. You can't get Sunday ticket. I live in the same state as you, but I guess I have no idea why they wouldn't let you get it. Maybe try using like a VPN to see if you can do it that way. A VPN and then sign it up with a VPN. Maybe. That's crazy though. Well, luckily they're gonna sell Sunday ticket off to another company this off season. So hopefully next year you'll be able to get it. And hopefully next year it'll be cheaper, man. That thing is expensive. And that's just gonna go nowhere. So this will be 4th and 19 that they'll punt it to us. And like you said, thank God for that holding call because it's ridiculous, man. We should not have been giving that up. And there's a flag. Okay. So they'll lose 15 yards and then they'll have to punt it to us. Yeah, and there was a hold right there on Penei Sewell. Who would have thought it? Penei Sewell struggling to block O'Shane Zimenez. Hey, definitely, if you can do it, definitely go ahead and get that jersey. So this will definitely help the Giants out with field position. There's a lot of space. Adoree Jackson back to return, and he's going to take this, and he's going to be exposed to a lot of hits right there in the middle of the field. And it looks like he's hurt. It looks like he's hurt. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like we got to get Adoree out of there because, like, if it's just fielding a punt, like, I don't know. I would rather have Wan'Dale Robinson back there because it's not like we use him anyway. And he's probably the most explosive player that we could put back there besides maybe Saquon. But we all know we're not putting Saquon back there. Like, the only time Adoree Jackson should be back there is if you think he's like an electric punt returner, which I don't think he is at this point. He's never been like a shifty guy. He's just always been a fast guy. But if you think that he's the guy that can get you a punt return to win you a game, then put him back there. But on every punt, I don't think so. or just tell him to continue to do what he's been doing, which is just fair catch it every time. Like I have no idea. Brightwell, he seems like a guy that's a kick return guy. He's not really shifty either, and he's also not really that fast. He's just decisive. That's what helps him out on those kickoffs. But man, Adore shouldn't have been back there, man. He shouldn't. I don't want him returning punts. He's definitely hurt. They said Adore limped off the field. So, and Ralph Vacchiano, who's a little bit ahead because he's at the game probably, says that Kenny Golladay is on the field. And there's Adore, who's definitely hurt. He got sandwiched in between like 3 or 4 people. Hopefully, it's not anything serious. Hopefully, he can come back. But if he's hurt, I mean, you can't really. If he's hurt, man, like that changes things for the defense by a lot. Hand off to Saquon, pitch to Saquon. He gets about 2 yards. Actually, gets some yards. They're definitely keyed in on him today. I started Saquon in fantasy too. It looks like Detroit is just keyed all the way in on Saquon, so I would continue to put the ball in Daniel Jones's hands. There's no point in doing anything else. DJ keeps the ball, he's going to get to the edge, and he's going to run out of bounds. Easy first down. I would continue to just run it through Daniel Jones. If they're going to focus on Saquon that much, why ever go to anywhere else? And they're showing Kenny Golladay made a nice block for Daniel Jones on this run. People love to sit here and say that Kenny Golladay doesn't care. And he's out there throwing blocks, and he's a receiver. He's not really expected to give all that effort in the blocking game. Saquon picks up about 2. Daniel Jones just got to keep it every time. Like, they're going to collapse every time down on Saquon. It's ridiculous. You don't have your number one corner, who's the only corner out there that's not really like a practice squad guy. You don't have him returning punts. DJ hits Isaiah Hodgins across, and he's in the open field, and they threw a flag on Saquon. They threw a flag on Saquon. Yeah, Cager made it look like he was blocking the guy. They really throw these flags on us these teams get away with that against us all the time, but we can never just run our offense. Hey, y'all, like I said, you all are ahead of me. So try not to spoil it for the people who are just watching my reaction and not able to see the game. All right. Out in the shotgun again. Daniel Jones dropped back, and he's going to hit Golladay, and Galladay's going to pick up about 15. And the audience is the crowd is kind of sarcastically cheering for him. Nice play by him. 3rd and 4 coming up. 3rd and 4 in the shotgun. Wandale pre-snap motion. DJ's going to hold on to this, and he's just going to pick up this first down. Thought about sliding. And the Giants offense continues to move. Daniel Jones is looking great. Daniel Jones is looking great. All right. $11-17, 11-15 left in the second quarter. Who's that? That's not Aiden Hutchinson right there. Wandale is literally moving around before every play starts. He's in the slot this time. Hand off to Saquon. Saquon makes a move, and he's going to pick up about 4.5 right here. I think Saquon at the end of this day will be over 80 yards. I think they're just going to be really tough yards. I'm hoping that play inspires us to go back to Kenny Golladay later on in this game and give him some shots one-on-one because that's his game, and we have never given the guy a shot. We've never thrown it up to him. It says Adori's questionable. I guess that's better than him being out. So, but you just don't want to see that guy back there returning punts. DJ's going to hit Wandale. Wandale's going to make somebody miss, and he's going to get within 4 of the first down marker. Again, the Giants' offense hasn't really struggled since that first drive. Giants are at the 41-yard line with 3 to go to get a first down. I think that is Matt Parrott in the game. Matt Parrott is in at right tackle for Tyree Phillips. I don't know what's going on right there. Hopefully Tyree's not hurt, but I think he's better than Parrott. And Daniel Jones has all day to throw the ball. He's going to hit Isaiah Hodgins for a first down. And they're probably going to throw this back because he had forever to throw that ball. Yeah. Daniel Jones has got to get rid of the ball. He has to get rid of the ball right there. He held on to it for way too long. Way too long. Like, if he had just got rid of it as soon as the play happened, he waited too long. So this makes this a 3rd and 8 instead of a 3rd and 3. Detroit making some moves before the game starts, before the play starts. DJ's got all day. He's got to make this. He's going to throw this away. Oh, boy. That was annoying. That was very annoying. With that play that got called back on Isaiah Hodgins and then that play getting called back again, that's just annoying. Good job by DJ to throw that away, but it's just like, come on, man. Like, could we get just let us run the offense, man? And that looks like that'll be a good punt. Hopefully he didn't touch him right there. Detroit will start off at the 6.5-yard line, 7. So let me look up what the latest is on Adoree Jackson. I want to see at least like what it is. He has a knee injury. Let me guess, it's a sprained MCL. Exactly, and where's the roughing the passer on that play? Because that was definitely roughing the passer by the letter of the law. Like, if Adoree Jackson isn't like Devin Hester with the ball, there's no point in putting him back there. Like, he should never been back there. There's no reason that Adore should have been back there. There's no reason it should have been back there. I won't doubt the defense. It's just like we might get through we might get through this game, but Dallas is they got some better weapons. And if we don't have Adore Jackson against Dallas, like that's like come on. Said the Eagles are marching. Yeah, the Eagles are at the 2 yard line on first and goal. They're about to tie the game. Commanders are still up 7-0. All right. So they'll start off at the 8 yard line. Hand off to the running back. The running back's got a little space. He's gonna pick up about a yard and a half. Two. Looks like. Leonard Williams was out and he came back in the game. I'm sure I'm sure that dude that tackled Adore Jackson specifically went for his knee because he's like, why do they have their number one corner out here? Luckily, we got Cordell Flott in the game, and you got this. Woo! He dropped the ball. No. Oh my God! Cordell Flott forced a fumble, and he got it back. Wish we had been able to move a little bit faster and get that fumble, but man. Okay, Phillips is questionable because I thought that he got benched, and I was like, he's been playing a lot better than the rest of those guys. But okay, 3rd and 1 for the Lions coming up. Hand off to a running back. We're keeping contained. We're keeping contained. He's not going anywhere. Darnay Holmes with a big play from the cornerback spot. I mean, standing up with DeAndre Swift behind the line of scrimmage. Hurts sacked at the 10. Wow. Love to see that. Eagles will take a field goal. They're going to stay down on the Colts. Can you believe that? I mean, Darnay Holmes took DeAndre Smith on one and laid him down. And who's back there to return it this time? Richie James, who's going to go down at the 26. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's like they see Wando Robinson is more valuable to their offense than Adore is to the defense. That doesn't make sense. Makes no sense at all. Yeah, that's two clutch tackles from him. Luckily, we have Cordell Flott, who's been good most of the year in his spot. Yeah, I'll talk about this while we're on commercial. It looks like Odell has narrowed down his search to the Cowboys and Giants. I would hate for him to go to the Cowboys, but we'll see. I mean, I really don't want that dude to go to the Cowboys. Going to another team is fine, but the Cowboys, man, come on now. I just don't. I don't want to see that happen. Hopefully, he comes back here. I think he could help us. I really think he could help us. I mean, people are saying we can't afford him. The guy's been looking for a multi-year deal. So you give him a 2 or 3 year deal. I mean, you can push the money back to next year where we have a ton of cap space. It's really not going to be that much of a hamper to the Giants cap if we pay the guy 11 million. Adore ruled out. Yeah, man. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He can come back Thursday, and they just want to keep him healthy for that. But it seems like he'll be just gone. Hand off to Saquon. He's going to push this pile forward for about 5 yards. I'm surprised they didn't blow the whistle. And there's an interception. Again, please don't spoil it in the chat. But yeah, there's an interception right there. I don't know what he was looking at. I think he just didn't see the guy, but not a good play right there. And that's Aiden Hutchinson dropping back into coverage. Yeah, he just didn't see the guy. He just didn't see him, or maybe he thought that since he's a defensive end, he wouldn't be able to, get up there to make that play. Yeah, you got to float it over his head. Yeah, he just misjudged that throw. But we all knew. I mean, let's keep it real. We all knew that once they threw that stat up about how long it took him to throw an interception and blah blah blah, he doesn't throw interceptions. We know for a fact that we already know he was going to throw one. Like that's just what happens. Every time they start focusing on that, the person always throws an interception. And it looks like this will probably lead to something for the Lions. And that was a false start they didn't call. Yeah, the media definitely they definitely jinxed them. Michael Brockers is still in the league. But I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about this game after that. I mean, it is what it is. It's third interception of the year and what? This week 11. 5-4-3. Play action. Jared Goff has got everywhere he can throw the ball to. And that looked like pass interference. I don't know what Micah McFadden was doing. You were right there with the guy and you're on his back. Like, what are you doing? Like that was the dumbest pass interference. You're right there. There's no reason for you to grab the guy when you're right there. Yeah, he's just there too early. First and goal, the Lions are just going to run this in. I mean, first and goal at the 5:20 left in the half. The Giants got the ball first, so Detroit will get this coming out of the half. Play action, Detroit, and they're going nowhere. Nice tackle by Dane Belton. I just have no idea why I have no idea why Adoree Jackson was returning that punt. And they're going to run this right in. Jamal Williams just runs it right in. This will make this probably 10-6. But we all knew that. I mean, the second that the media starts posting, this player hasn't thrown an interception in this many snaps and this many plays and this many games and this many throws, we all knew it was going to be an interception this week. And that'll be good. This will make it 10-6. Aiden Hutchinson has. This is crazy. Nobody predicted Aiden Hutchinson to have 2 interceptions this year as an edge rusher. I remember everybody was saying that Thibodeau was better in coverage as far as if he wanted to drop a guy, but seems like Aiden Hutchinson is pretty good in coverage too. Daniel Jones he didn't see him. But you can't have that in your own territory, throwing an interception or against a bad team. I mean, you're giving them points, handing it to them. Like we all knew that was coming at that point. Reminds you of Nick Bosa. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're pretty similar the way they rush. I think I don't know who's the more athletic out of Nick Bosa and Aiden Hutchinson. I would probably say Aiden Hutchinson is a lot better in coverage than Nick Bosa. He's a lot better going backwards, but going forward, I don't think Aiden Hutchinson is Nick Bosa so far. Isn't it crazy how the Giants are the only team in the NFL? So, someone on Twitter just said that Mace on Twitter. Some people might know who Mace is, but like the Giants are the only team in the NFL that cannot run pick plays. Every single other team in the NFL is able to just run pick plays, no issue, no flags. But with us, you can even not make contact with people, and all of a sudden, that's crazy. Please take a knee, Gary. Gary, this play not only did Gary Brightwell fumble the not catch the ball, he didn't take a knee. And now there's a flag, and it'll probably take us half a distance to the goal. And you got this guy, yeah, whatever. Referees aren't going to make it easy. 4:33 left. Again, the Giants need to put points on the board here because they don't get the ball back. Um, out of this half. Yeah, I think so. I know that last drive that we had before this past drive where DJ threw that interception. Um, the penalties on that drive were just crazy. I mean, you really call that pick play and then you call the illegal man downfield. It's just like I wouldn't have a problem if they did that consistently, but they just don't do it consistently. So we've been beating ourselves. Yeah, the Lions are far from a pushover. I don't know how many wins they have. I think they have like 3 or 4. Yeah, they're 3-6 right now. But yeah, we're making a lot of bad plays, and the referees are not helping us out at all. Like that pass interference on McFadden, there's no reason for you to there's just no reason for you to commit that pass interference and basically give them a touchdown. The ball was out of reach. You're right there. There's no reason to get in there early. And usually when the referees are like doing things to the Giants or not calling plays or not calling, not calling things, it's just like, well, somebody on Twitter just spoiled me, but seems like something good might happen. Let's see. Saquon in the shotgun, play action. Wandale is there. He's got space. He's across the 20 and he's going to go out to 25. Maybe you should have this kind of guy getting. Maybe you have this guy back returning punts instead of the starting cornerback. All right, so the Giants they have the ball now at the 25. Back in the shotgun. And there's a flag. And Slayton had the perfect chance to catch that ball and just dropped it. Looks like an offsides. 12 men on the field are offsides. Let's see. Let's see. Illegal. What is going on with these referees? All right, Wandale Robinson at the bottom of your screen. Out of the backfield. This is probably going to be a handoff. Oh, no, Saquon's going to stay in. DJ is going to throw a strike for a first down to Lawrence Cager. You're right, Maximus. Wait for the flag. That was a strike to Lawrence Cager right there. Handoff to Wandale. Wandale's going to get to the edge, and he's going to get about 5, maybe 4. Detroit did a real good job of keeping contained right there. If they didn't, Wandale would have probably been up the field. Yeah, that was a gain of 4 right there. Wandale's coming out. He's been doing a lot of running. I think they just subbed in another tight end. Look at David Tyree. It looks like that's not David Tyree. Never mind. Darius Slayton, your only wide receiver in the game. Lawrence Cager motioning across. DJ is going to probably take off with this. I think he wanted a block from Lawrence Cager, which he didn't get. Didn't get that block from Lawrence Cager. If he would have gotten it, might have been able to get a first down, but Cager was kind of not reading what Daniel Jones was putting out there. This makes it 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 around midfield. This is a pivotal down for the Giants. Wan'Dale back in, Slayton and Cager in. Golladay at the top of your screen. He's got time. He's going to... No penalty as Wan'Dale Robinson gets tackled in the middle of the field. Let's see. Let's see what happened here. Did he trip or did he get tackled? I never say this, but the referees are obviously fixing this game. They're obviously fixing this game. They're obviously fixing this game at this point. Like there's no doubt in my mind the refs are fixing the game. And now the punt is shanked. And they'll start at the 31. Like there's no doubt in my mind they're fixing the game. Man. Yeah, the refs are fixing this game. How much you want to bet when we get them to 3rd down, there's going to be a penalty? I'm just looking for what the next flag is. We've outgained them 154 to 88. Yeah, we gave them that short field, but it's just like, seriously? Seriously, we don't get that call? It's literally like it's not our home game, it's their home game. Hand off to the running back. The running back's got space, and he picks up 8. Okay. I won't say he's a rookie then. I mean, history shows you very few pass rushers hit their ceiling in their first year. You got a couple that did, but very few hit their ceiling in the first year. But I mean, you could be right. He could have already hit his ceiling, but I don't think so. I've never seen this. Like the last time I saw the games like this is when we used to play the Packers, and that was back when Aaron Rodgers was just everybody's favorite player, and it just seemed like they wanted the Packers to win every game. So we would get like obvious no calls and obvious push offs that they would allow the receivers to do, and obvious holes in the offensive line. But I haven't seen anything like that since the Packers. Like this is outrageous. Man, what's going on, Diablo? I know what you mean. If we give I just saw something crazy. If we give up a touchdown here, that makes things really difficult because we don't get the ball out of the half. So I mean, this is tough. Like the referees have probably taken about, I would say, being fair, probably have taken a touchdown off the board from us with all of the crazy penalties, and definitely gave them a touchdown with that questionable pass interference penalty on us. So I mean, it is what it is, but it's just like, I mean, give us a shot to play football. Like they're calling the craziest tic tac or non-existent penalties for them, and then for us, they're not calling anything. All right, so this will be 2nd and 2 with 2 minutes to go. You already know if the Giants get the ball back, they're going to just run out the clock. So 2nd and 2, play action to Goff. Goff has time. You got a guy wide open behind the defense, and they are already in field goal range. Already in field goal range after one play. Mike McFadden should not be in the game for any pass coverage plays. He is not. What part of the field are you covering? We should not be playing zone coverage or man coverage or any kind of coverage with Mike McFadden in the game. The guy just simply cannot cover. Now the Giants are going back to man. They have their entire playbook open. They're going to hand this off. And DeAndre Swift has got the edge. He's going to run for a first down. Oh, my God. That was a horrible play. Now they're throwing a flag. And now Fabian Moreau is out. This is crazy, man. He won't answer. I mean, that's just what coaches do. I mean, if somebody brings it up, he'll just say, we thought that gave us the best chance to win games. It looks like Pinnock, I don't know if he's knocked out, if he got the wind knocked out of him, if something's actually hurt and he's just not moving. I have no idea what's going on there. And this is like, I mean, it's all their fault. It's that the penalties are one thing, that's the ref's fault, but the reason that they're going to be able to move the ball probably the rest of the game because we're missing our starting cornerback is because you knew with a journeyman cornerback 2, and Fabian Moreau, who's been playing well, and then all inexperienced players and practice squad players behind that, at this point, at this point, you're just asking for it. Why do you have your number one corner, who's your only quality corner on the roster, that's a bona fide starter? Why have him returning punts? Yeah, McFadden has no business being out there. He's good against the run, but I mean, in the pass game, like, I'd rather take my chances with just leaving Julian Love down there. Like the dude, you're right. You're completely right, man. Like there should be no there should be no reason why McFadden should be covering anybody. He gave up that pass interference. He let Amon-Ra St. Brown get behind him, and he was literally like 20 yards away from the guy. Who knows, man? We still should feel like we can win this game, especially if we give up a field goal here. But we got to start playing complete games. You got to think they'll probably go back to the run here on 1st and 20, but Goff is back there by itself. Amon-Ra St. Brown, of course, picks up about 18 yards because they can't tackle him. Why is Rodarius? You know why Rodarius Williams is in the game? You know exactly why he's in the game. We know exactly why Rodarius Williams was in the game. Turn a 1st and 20 into a 2nd and 5 because you can't tackle. The Giants absolutely have to give up a field goal or less on this drive. Like absolutely. Because they're getting the ball out of the half. And I was a believer in Amon-Ra St. Brown coming out of college. I did not understand how he fell as far as he did, but the dude is a baller. But you got to tackle him no matter what. Like you got to get him on the ground. You can't just dive at the dude's ankle. Third and 2 here. Five, four, three. Play action. Goff. And they're in 1st and goal. Yeah, I've seen about 5 or 6 false starts that haven't gotten called. Julian Love just couldn't get around him. He's too big. He just boxed him out pretty much. So now they're literally like a half a yard away from the first down. Like they really don't call the false. Like they don't call the false start right there. Man, whatever. I see what kind of game this is going to be. Whatever. Of course, the guy's going to just run it right in. Who started Jamal Williams today? I mean, I cannot believe this. Like a lot of these Giants games, they remind me of that Buffalo Wild Wings commercial where like they turned on the sprinklers and they did everything they could to make sure that one team lost and one team won. Not everything's the fault. The announcer literally called it out too. You saw the guy move before the snap started. You saw all of the Giants players point at the guy before. Are you crazy? It's like that is it's not a phantom false start. It's there in 4K. It's literally there in 4K. Like the entire defensive line pointed it out, the announcers pointed it out, and then my eyes pointed it out when I saw it. Hey, that's a good pickup, man. That's a good pickup. All right, let's see what's going on with the rest of the division. I think Washington is still up. They're up 20-0 on Houston, which shows you what happens when you don't just joke around playing against Houston. You go 20-0 instead of staying in the game with them the whole game. Eagles trailing 10-3 at the half to the Colts. And Brightwell's going to have to return this again. Kick was just short. He's going to get to the edge, and he's doing way too much dancing. We lost too much time. Luckily, the dude didn't drop the ball. Looks like Cordell Patterson probably brought back a kick return. Cordell Patterson, man, like this guy, like who would have thought that he would have made his career as long as it has been? Like they've always found a role for him everywhere he's gone. The Giants will start off at what, like the 15, something like that. You got this dude laying on the field right here, Jacobs. Another guy hurt. I can't wait till they switch off this turf. They got a chance. I mean, they're down by what? 11. They got a chance. DJ drops back. He's going to throw this, and it's going to sail. Wandale was behind those two corners. The corner and the safety, he was behind them, but he just didn't get the chance. I mean, Lemieux is just struggling badly. Lemieux and Matt Peart in the game again. I hate to see it. Oh my God, Daniel Jones. So this will make this 3rd and 10. The Giants have run about 8 seconds off the clock, and they're probably going to have to punt this back. They probably may run it. Wando Robinson luckily makes a catch on the sideline. 29 seconds to go. The Giants probably have about 30 more yards left to try to pick up a first. I mean, to try to pick up a field goal. All right, Giants at the 36. They got momentum. They've been throwing the ball well all day. DJ's going to have to get rid of this again. Wandale across the middle again. No timeouts by the Giants. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. They're going to have to clock this. They're not clocking it. They're going to snap it. 12 seconds left. 11 seconds left. And DJ has to throw this away. This is just going to be either the Giants will decide to throw a Hail Mary here, or they'll decide to try to get about 15 yards on a play, get out of bounds. This is the second time. This is the second time in as many weeks that the Giants have had some very questionable game management. Oh man. Okay. So Detroit is playing way off. I don't even think we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get a chance to get the ball down the field. It looks like they're sending a blitz. Oh, they're gonna just let us throw it. Are you kidding me? They wanted to throw a screen to Saquon, and he dropped it. Almost got it intercepted. All right, is Golladay in the game? Because this is the perfect chance to take a shot at going after Golladay. And they're sending a blitz. DJ's not going to have the time. And he's making some moves, and he's going to go down. That was the best I've seen DJ look in the pocket, moving around, but it just wasn't enough time to get downfield. So the Giants' stats going in the half aren't too bad, but they haven't turned into points. Giants defense has to come out firing after this halftime. But I'm going to throw up a quick message from a sponsor on the channel, and I'll be right back, and we can talk some halftime stuff. What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. I wanted to give a quick word from our sponsor, Liquid IV, and I wanted to just show you all how easy it is to use Liquid IV. They have a ton of things that I believe in. They have an immunity booster, for example. They have an energy booster. Me and my wife have tried all of their stuff. We love it. It tastes great. They actually work, especially the energy one. I mean, it works better than coffee. And let me show you right here. Doesn't show up too well on the green screen, but this is the Tangerine Hydration Multiplier. You drink one of these, it's like drinking 3 glasses of water. You're multiplying what you're drinking times 3. Let me open this up to show you all just how easy this is to use. Glass of water right here. You just pour this in the glass of water. Pour this in. Still pouring, still pouring. You pour this in a glass of water. You mix it around a little bit, stir it up. It's kind of diffusing a little bit in the jar. Doesn't really get a coloration. It's all natural. And then you just take a sip. Good as always. Like I said, this one is tangerine. Definitely try one. So, guys, this is Liquid IV. If you use code Diggy546, you get 20% off. All right. So, yeah, that's that right now. Right now they're actually having a 25% off sale. So if you guys are interested in that, then go ahead and check that out. Use Diggy546. But about this game, man, this is ridiculous. We're definitely a second half team, and I don't think we're out of it at all. What are we at? 6-17. I didn't update the score. But yeah, 6-17. I think we can come back, but it's just like I think the thing I'm most annoyed about is the fact that all these flags have been thrown for the craziest things, and then flags like false starts for the Lions at least twice. The flags haven't been thrown. Uh, just crazy stuff, pass interference. That's one thing. And then the other thing is, why would you put Adoree Jackson back there to return punts? Because not only does that affect this game, it also affects the next game. There was no reason for you to have that guy back there returning punts when you have a guy like Wandale Robinson on the team, who's like, if you were to look for the type of player that you would want back there returning punts because you want the most explosive plays, it would literally be Wandale Robinson. So you're not telling me that he's the best punt returner on the team. You're not telling me any of that because Wandale would be the best punt returner we have on this roster right now. So to put your only starting corner where you say this guy's a bona fide starter and a borderline Pro Bowler, to put that guy back on punt return is bonkers to me. So when the guy gets hurt, I mean, come on now. Like, what did you expect? What did you expect when the guy, like, what did you expect? Sprained MCL. It's been like 6 or 7 players who have gotten sprained ACLs on the Giants this year. And it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Like at this point, like coaching has to take the blame for that. Like coaching has to take the blame for that. There's no way that this Giants team is going to get through 3 to 5 weeks. Let's look at the Giants schedule real quick. Because I want you all to understand what we have the next 3 to 5 weeks. We have the Cowboys, the Commanders, the Eagles, the Commanders, the Vikings. Those are our next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. The most difficult 5-game stretch of our schedule, Adoree Jackson is missing because we wanted to put him back there. This is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. There was no reason for him to be out there returning punts. Just on that decision alone, like just on that decision alone, he should not win Coach of the Year. Like, there's no way you can give a guy coach of the year that does this. If you don't win this game, you got 5 games that you are not guaranteed to win at all. Washington has been playing better. They're up 20-0 on the team that we struggled to beat last week because we decided not to throw the ball. They're up 20-0 on them. You got them. You got the Cowboys. You got them twice. And the second time we play the Commanders, it's going to be their second time playing us in 3 weeks, and they have a bye week in between. So they're going to get to study the Giants for literally the week before, the week after, and then the week after, almost. They're going to have 2 straight weeks, 3 straight weeks. They're going to be in the mix of studying the New York Giants. So that's not going to be gimme games. It's not going to be gimme games. The Cowboys are not pushovers. The Eagles obviously have the best record in football right now. So tell me, please let me know where the wins are going to come from, because we can make it through this 5-game stretch not getting anything. Because you expect us to beat the Vikings without Adoree Jackson to at least slow down Justin Jefferson? You expect us to that doesn't make sense. You expect us to beat the Eagles with the receivers they have? I mean, the fact that you would be so irresponsible, Brian Daboll, to put Adoree Jackson back there returning kicks is crazy. It's literally nuts. It's crazy. Our O-line has the bums that were in there from last year. That's what's wrong with the O-line. Shane Lemieux is a bum. Matt Parrott is a bum. They're both in there right now, and they're playing like they've always played, and they're not good. And I'm glad they've been replaced. But like I said, the next 5 games are not gimmies. And guess who's after this 5 weeks? The Colts, who are up right now on the Eagles. And then we finish up with the Eagles. The Giants could literally finish the season 8-3. I mean, not 8-3, 8-9. Because if we don't have Adoree Jackson and this offense doesn't step it up, we could literally wrap this season up only winning 1 or 2 more games. So this makes this Detroit game a must win. You have to come back here. If you want to go to the playoffs, you have to come back here. Like, you have to win this game. Like, this is ridiculous, man. There's no reason for you to do that. And there's nobody that you can pick up that's a starting level cornerback. There's no starting level cornerbacks out, and you can't make any trades at this point of the season. Like, for the Giants' sake, you better hope Adoree is out for only the 3 weeks and not the 5 weeks, because these are all our division games coming up. Literally 4 straight division games. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight division games. We haven't won a single division game yet because we've only played 1, and now we got 4 coming up. So if there was any incentive to go out and sign an Odell Beckham so you can put more points on the board, this is it, because you're going to start giving up more points. This defense cannot hold up over an extended period of time without a starting level cornerback on the team. With the receivers we got coming up, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, it just goes on and on. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. That's just coaching malpractice. I'm not going to go as far as to say that I don't like Daboll as a coach, but this it was a terrible decision that he made to put him back there. No, I'm not going to say anything positive, man. I'm not, because I'm going to speak my mind. It was a stupid decision. I'm not going to say it wasn't. Not going to say it wasn't. It was a stupid decision. I'm not finished venting yet. But yeah, I mean, listen, like that was a dumb decision. But even still, they haven't been able to stop our offense um, without the referees. But we'll see if the referees will stop calling this way. The Lions are going to get this ball coming out of the half. This is the biggest drive of the game for the defense. All right. I hope those Giants fans aren't leaving the stadium. That'd be crazy. So they're going to kick this off. Kicking against the wind. He drops it. He got it back, and he's got space, and he's across the 30, and he's across the 40, down at the 44. Yeah, we can definitely come back. We gotta stand up. We were also a lot more talented when we came back against the Ravens on defense, but it's definitely winnable. I mean, it's an 11-point deficit. We got 2 quarters left. Play action, Jared Goff. He's got a guy wide open. He drops the ball. Wow. That could have been the game sealing drive that they just had to kind of go up, but the guy drops the ball wide open. Big play. Big play. So focused on running with the ball, he just couldn't hold on to it. Winds back up to 17 miles an hour. Nice play by Darnay Holmes to make another tackle. He's been the only secondary member that's been making tackles today. 3rd down and 9 already. All right. Back in the shotgun, Detroit is on a 3rd and 9. Crucial 3rd down. We got to make this play, and they're going to give up the 1st down here. How many long 3rd downs are we going to give up? Who was in coverage that time? Yeah. I mean, easy 1st down right there. Already at the edge of field goal range for the Lions. Handoff. He's up the middle, picking up 7. And now you got Micah McFadden in one-on-one coverage with somebody at the top of the screen. You know where the ball is going. You know where the ball is going. 2nd and 5 here. Guys are open all over the place. Guess why? You can absolutely not give up a touchdown right here. I mean, that was never, but that was never a question with Detroit. Their offense always moves the ball. They put up 30 routinely. Like they put up 30 like 4 or 5 times this year. It's about what they do on defense. And we haven't been able to take advantage on what they do on defense. And now you got it more all this space. He's down at the 20 here. Pitch. Jamal Williams again. I mean, this game is over. The way that this team is playing right now, the way that this team looks right now, they look like they've given up. They look like they've given up. Rodarius Williams. And the guy's going to walk right into the end zone there. Yeah, that's game, man. If they get in the end zone here, which it seems like they might have, but if they do, then that's probably game. Jamal Williams with his 3rd touchdown today. Why can't the Giants ever lose in a normal way? Every time we lose a game, it's like everybody has to get hurt. The referees have to make a bunch of bad calls. Someone has to have like someone that they usually doesn't have a good game has to have a great game. It's never just a regular loss. I mean, it's just crazy. And you see what happens when you go out there and you don't put your foot on the Texans' throat. It's like the next team that's a bad team that comes up, they feel like they can compete with you, and they can. like I said, we can never just lose a game. It always has to be like everybody gets hurt. The some player has like 4 or 5 touchdowns that never does anything. Not to say that Jamal Williams doesn't do anything, but I'm sure people would say like he probably isn't going to get 3 touchdowns today. All of a sudden he does that, and then the officiating is bad, man. Like, listen, the Giants are still in it, barring what happens this drive. Because right now this is a 3 possession game. 3 possession game. So whatever you do on this drive determines what you can do the rest of the game. Because if you score here, you're down by 11 again. They said this is the biggest deficit the Giants have had all season long. So we'll see. Let's see what the offense has to say about it. Like, isn't that ridiculous though? Like that the Lions, you look how they just did that with the turf. Like, these players are playing on concrete with turf on top of the concrete. Like, they need to start. They definitely need to start using the grass. Saquon is going to have about 10 yards today because there's nowhere for him to go. This is what happens when Shane Lemieux and Matt Parrott get in the game. I'm not making excuses for the Giants. I'm not making excuses at all. I'm just saying every time we lose, I'm not saying like we're only losing because of that. I'm saying every time we lose, we also have to deal with like losing multiple players at the same time. We can't just have a regular loss. Like, I was fully aware that at any time, like, the Lions can go out and put up 30 because they've done it multiple times this year. But you know, I just wish we didn't have to lose players and players had to get injured. There's Slayton, he's open and he didn't fumble the ball. Wow. I thought he would fumble the ball because he was holding it all the way out here and he had a guy coming from over his shoulder. That was a nice route by Slayton, too. All right. At the 45-yard line, they're probably going to run this again. Play action. He's got time. And that ball was just off target to Slayton. And I definitely can't. I definitely can't make excuses for Adoree Jackson being out because the Giants decided to put him there. So that's coaching. That's related to what the Giants are doing out there. 3rd and 5, and the Giants call a run play. At some point, you have to realize when you need to abandon the run. Like, that was this is at this point, this is not smart to keep running the ball because you haven't. Finally, Azudu was in the game. Why has Azudu not been in the game this whole time? Are you telling me that Azudu had the ball the entire time? I mean, Azudu has been active this entire time. This is 4th and 5 here in the shotgun. DJ's got time. He's stepping up. He's going to throw it, and that's intercepted. Horrible throw by Daniel Jones. Horrible decision, but it was 4th down, and it looks like they're going to return this, and that's game. That's got to be game. Daniel Jones started off like an elite quarterback, but that was a bad play. Bad play. They said Daniel Jones' insanity run is over. Man. I don't know what he was throwing that to. Yeah, Tony might go off for like because Juju Smith is out and McCole Hardman's out too. Yeah, that's it right there. Welcome back to old times. The coach not putting trust in the offense, running the ball on 3rd down. Yeah, that's true. Like, why are you running it on third? Like, this is not a Saquon game today. They're taking him out of the game. Yet you continue to waste downs. All right. So this drive, the defense absolutely cannot give up points. If they do, that's curtains, and they are already about 5 yards away from a field goal. Oh my! Are you kidding me? Cordell Flat drops a. Like, you got to be kidding me, man! Like, you got to be kidding me! Why are you dropping interceptions, man? All right, Dexter Lawrence is in the backfield, and Goff misses another throw. Looking for the flags. There's no flags. I think they'll probably kick a field goal here. If it is, it's a long one. But I think they have the wind going with them. All right, so this will be a punt. Let's hope Richie James doesn't fumble this. And they're going to get this ball at the 6 yard line. But yeah, Mike Kafka, the jury's out on Mike Kafka because sometimes it looks like Mike Kafka is brilliant, and sometimes it looks like he's just stuck on whatever plan he came in the game. You know, whatever plan he came into the game with, he's just going to stay on. And I don't like it. So he's got a lot of growing to do as a play caller. This is his first year, but he's got to be able to move off of like we're going to give it to Saquon 35 times because he hasn't gotten any yards. Like right now, Saquon has 23 yards on 13 carries. There's no point in even giving him the ball, man. And now Giants fans are arguing on Twitter. That's what happens when we lose games. Uh, only so much you can do with with uh with limited quarterback. I don't know if he's a limited quarterback. He looked pretty good to start the game to me, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Time will tell if he'll be back next year and if he'll take the next step that people have been waiting for him to take. To me, he has taken that next step of playing winning football. The stats aren't there, but he's playing winning football. He just hasn't had the best game today. But also, you got Matt Parrott back out there, and he hasn't had the same amount of time, but he's got to still be able to maneuver. He's made a couple of bad throws today. I mean, you look right now, he's got Marcus Johnson lined up at receiver. For some reason, they didn't want Tony to stay here, but we'll see. Back in the shotgun. Hand off to Saquon again. He's going nowhere. Why do we keep handing it off to Saquon? They're not going to let. When is Kafka going to figure out? All right, DJ has time. He's going to fire it, and that's Slayton for a first down. Slayton's getting his yards. There's Wandale. He's going to pick up. Nope. He's going to be a yard short of the first down. That's a good question. That's a good point. Like, We took our foot off the gas. We didn't stay intense. We basically ran out the clock for 3 quarters against the Texans, and it is what it is. Wandale just made a horrible move and not getting that first down immediately, but he went and got it, so we'll have a fresh set of down. And Kirby Joseph, the guy that just caught the interception, looked like he's hurt. He tried to get up and stay in the game, but they're going to pull him out. Shane Lemieux should have never been in the game. That literally infuriates me. There's no way that Shane Lemieux should have been in the game. Like, there's no way that dude should have been in the game. All right, 1st and 10 for the Giants. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Still a 3-possession game. Still got life. Breida got to the edge. Breida is going to pick up 4. I like Breida, man. I feel like Breida should get some more touches. All right, back in the shotgun on a 2nd and 5. Breida's still in the game. Isaiah Hodgins on a slant right at midfield. The Giants have got to keep this going, keep this momentum going. I was saying to hurry up and get down this field. Listen, 3-possession game, but we're in the third quarter. Just take it one play at a time. DJ's got time. He's going to throw this away. All right. Yeah, Aleem McNeil had dominated Shane Lemieux, and there's no reason he should have been in the game. There's no reason Shane Lemieux should have been in the game. I mean, like Azudu is the better player. Bredesen is the better player. And for some reason, this dude was in the game. Wandale in the slot. Giants will snap this play action. Blitz coming. DJ has to throw it away again. They were not ready for that blitz. Oh, I can't wait until we get back Evan Neal. Even though he didn't give up anything on that play, it just makes me feel better when Evan Neal's in the game. DJ's been knocked down a third of the time that he drops back. 10 knockdowns on 31 dropbacks. DJ takes a shot and he misses Wandale by a couple steps. He had to kind of run backwards for that. DJ's complaining to the ref. It's 4th and 10. The Giants are going to punt again. Yeah. I mean, he just didn't have the time. He didn't have the time to be able to make that throw. We cannot keep punting the ball back to him. Like, we're making plays and then we're punting. We're making plays and we're punting. Oh man, if they had been able to give even a little bit of protection, I mean that's probably a touchdown. I don't think we need a new coaching staff, but they messed up today. We're putting Dory back there and Mike Kafka today. He's shown me a lot of things that I just don't like, but we'll see. I don't think this is a fireable. I think I don't think there's anything that Dable could do at this point to get fired this year. I mean, I think that's a little bit extreme. Man, there is no reason that we should have lost to Dory Jackson though. Like that might have literally cost us like 3 or 4 games. And the thing is, look, if Adore Jackson goes down and there's somebody else that's like 90% of who Adore Jackson is, then yeah, that's fine. But to have nobody close to him, it's just tough. But I'm getting sick of us punting the ball back to them, man. We gotta make a play. I mean, we can't just be down like this. So Detroit starting off at the 9 yard line. They're running it. He's going to pick up 4. Today, the Giants have completely not had a running game. They've shut down Saquon completely. The pass rush, they haven't been able to block the Lions' pass rush, and we can't get the ball down the field because there's no time, which has been the story of the Giants for the last 10 years. 2nd and 7, another run. And now this will be a 3rd and 2, third and manageable, easy. Third down opportunity for the Lions. They're just letting that clock run down for now. 157. Lions over 100 rushing yards. Giants at 56, which shows you how much Daniel Jones is contributing. You got a guy unaccounted for at the bottom of the screen. Please get off the field here. All right. All right. Defense got their second stop in a row. It's time for the offense to put a touchdown on the board. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Listen, the game is not out of reach if we can just get in the end zone here. If we can just get in the end zone, pick up some momentum, the game is not out of reach. We can get a punt block, we can get a punt return, we can get an offensive touchdown, whatever we need to get. We need something right here. Richie James, and the ball's going to go out of bounds at like the 36. All right. Listen, I'm not giving up on this game until it's out of reach. And right now, this game is within reach. We're a better team than them. Yes, we're injured, but we're a better team, and we got to execute. We got to execute. We've been moving the ball all day, and we end up punting right at the edge of field goal range. So let's do something. Let's get it going. Saquon in the shotgun. I do not want to see any more handoffs to Saquon. Thank you for moving him to the top of the screen. DJ's got time. Throws it behind Wandale. Just a bad throw. Meanwhile, the Eagles are down 13-10 to the Colts. They just scored a touchdown. All right, picking up 9 with Wandale. Let's get it. I think they put Nick Gates in at center. They're just shuffling guys around. Nick Gates back in at center. The referee gave us like the worst spot ever. 4th and 1 right here, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. There's no reason not to go for it. There's no reason not to go for it right here. Because if you don't get it, what do you lose? DJ's going to get the edge right here. He's got the edge and he's getting out of bounds. Nice run. Giants got the ball at the 43. I wish they were moving faster, man. They're just going to let the clock run out and go into the 4th quarter. I really wish they would just move faster. Like every second here counts. Every second here counts, man. All right, so everyone started the 4th quarter, down 3 possessions. $15 minutes left in this game. 3 possessions. Make it happen. Make it happen. A.J. Brown just fumbled. That's beautiful. Oh, man. I don't get that either. But listen, we got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We'll have the ball. Hopefully, we'll have the ball 3 times in the 4th quarter. We got to score all 3 times. Yeah, Jeff Saturday's doing something with the Colts. People laughed at that decision, but I mean, it seems like he's doing something. Adoree Jackson out. Tyree Phillips out. Fabian Moreau out. Feliciano is questionable. I'm okay with Nick Gates in there. He's got the chemistry down with Daniel Jones. So Giants at the 40 something yard line. Hits Wandale. Wandale makes a nice catch. Wandale breaks a tackle, and he's going to get a couple more yards and he'll go out of bounds. And he's holding his knee. And he's holding his knee. And he's holding his knee. We cannot win for losing. We cannot win. We can't win with this stuff. We can't win with this stuff. Wandale Robinson gets 100 yards and he gets hurt. And you got a guy wide open across the field, Richie James, and he's going to turn it. Oh, my God. Wandale Robinson is hurt. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. We just cannot win. We cannot win. Like, how are we supposed to run an offense? DJ's going to hold it this time, and he's going to slide down 1 yard short of the first down. But this is ridiculous, man. Good thing is the offense isn't missing a beat. They're not worried about what's going on anywhere else but on the field. But it's just like, this is crazy. That takes away a big element of the offense, too. We might as well put him on punt return. DJ's going to take off. He's going to hold on to the ball. He's down at the 3. Oh, man. I still can't believe that, man. Breida in the backfield with DJ. Hand off to Breida. Breida is going to score. All right. Man. All right. So we've missed 2 extra points now. So instead of a 10-point game, it's a 12-point game. Wandale Robinson being out hurts. Like I said, the Giants can never just lose a game. Everybody has to get hurt. Like, is this any more motivation for them to finally put grass down on the field? That stinks, man. How many knee injuries do you need to see? Like, how many knee injuries do you need to see before you change out the turf to grass? They're putting out artificial grass, but they need to use actual grass. Like, a Giants receiver finally goes over 100 yards, and he gets hurt. He's done for the year off of that one. At this point, like, you will have to bring in Odell. No, he's out for the year, 100%. He's done. That's like his knee is torn. He didn't just grab the knee; he grabbed like the whole air. Like, he's done. The Giants are loading up to stop the run. They're throwing play action. They got a guy wide open. He's got space. He's making a guy miss, and he's about 4 yards away from midfield. Khalif Raymond, like, wide open. And that should have been roughing the passer too, the way he landed on him. Finally, finally we get a call our way, or a non-call our way. Yeah, Dory Jackson hurt his knee too. 3, 2, handoff to DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift picks up 5. It's time to let him go so he can get back up. We cannot afford for the clock to run. I think that's what Brian Daboll was yelling about too. Like, get off of the guy. DeAndre Swift is going to be one-on-one with the linebacker at the top of the screen. They pitch it to him. We got to make this tackle. Beautiful tackle by Julian Love. This is going to be a loss of 2 or 3. We need a big play from the Giants defense. I mean, we haven't gotten a sack today. We dropped an interception. We need a big play from the defense right here. They're going to let this clock drip down as long as they possibly can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. They're going to snap it. This is where we absolutely need to stop. That was crucial. That was crucial. And listen, man, without your starting cornerback, I mean, you can't expect them to cover for this long. That was crucial. Now they're back in field goal range. This is literally game. And the thing that's sad is, like, and he's going to lose a couple yards on first down. But literally, if we had made the two extra points or just one of them, a field goal wouldn't really matter this drive. But it is what it is, man. 2nd and 12, though. 9:50 something left. Again, they're going to run this clock all the way down. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. They're coming out of the huddle. Another handoff to Swift, who's going to get a yard and go down. Ten, 9, 3rd and 10. You got to think that they're at the edge of field goal range. Will they risk throwing this and risk a fumble or an interception or a sack? They will. There's no pressure. Goff is going to take a shot, and it's going to get dropped. If they get a field goal out of this, he just dropped the game. If they get a field goal out of this, they just drop the game. If they get a field goal out of this, he just dropped the game. And now they're going for it on 4th and 10. They're going to take the 5-yard penalty. Or they're going to call a time. Oh, they're going to take the 5-yard penalty and punt. Okay. The Vikings are 8-1. That means that Philly could lose the number 1 seed today. All right, we'll start at the 20. 8:45 to go. We got to get down this field in 4 minutes or less. Got to get down the field in 4 minutes or less. With no Wandale. Backs against the wall. We got to get down the field in 4 minutes or less. Yeah, you're right. The drop pick did help us in field position. We would have probably gotten the ball at the 1 or 2 yard line. Okay. Yeah, Kafka does have to dial up that 80-yard Daniel Jones bootleg. I'm giving us 4 minutes. If we can score within 4.5 minutes, if we can score in 4.5 minutes or less, we're still in the game. I think we got all of our timeouts. Oh, man, what a game today. It would help us a lot if we had Wandale. Like, this was his coming out game, and he gets hurt like that. That stinks. Because he's done for the season. I mean, his rookie year is just finished. You got to think he would have taken a new step, like taking the next step the rest of this season. Just unfortunate. All right, Daniel Jones is in an empty set. 8:45 left at our own 20. Blitz coming through. DJ gets rid of it and it gets dropped. Easy pass dropped. Biggest comeback we've made in the fourth quarter is 10. DJ's got all day to throw the ball. He's going to have to throw it away. Blanketed the receivers that play. Decent protection, but nowhere to go with it. That receiver, was that Richie James? He ran his route so way too shallow. Third and 10, but it's 4-down territory. You know it's 4-down territory here. If I'm Daboll, I bring in Breida to play running back, and I put Saquon in false start. If I'm like I said, if I'm Daboll, I bring in Breida to play running back, and I put Daniel Jones in Wan'Dale Robinson's role. Matt Parrott false start. I mean, what is the Giants' record with Matt Parrott starting or Matt Parrott playing most of the games at right tackle? Most of the game at right tackle. I don't think it's that good. That was another false start, but they didn't call it. DJ's going to throw it. It's a rocket. It's caught. Isaiah Hodgins, hurry up the offense. Hurry it up. 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. We cannot afford to waste time. Come on. People tell me that Daniel Jones hasn't gotten, you said ball game. Apparently something happens. Oh, man. You guys keep spoiling it. They're saying it's Lions ball first down. Let's see. Yeah, that's a clean fumble. Yep. Well, that is it. That's game. That's game. And I mean, can we really be mad at guys like Isaiah Hodgins and guys like Marcus Johnson who dropped the ball a couple of weeks ago when we decided not to let? I mean, whatever. It is what it is. You got to take your lumps. 7-3. 7-3 it is. Would have been great, but I mean, then they're just going to run this ball out at this point. It doesn't matter what they do; they're getting a field goal. Jamal Williams is going to pick up 4. To have a chance to even get to the playoffs, we're going to have to pick up Odell. Like to even have a chance to get to the playoffs, because we're not going to be able to beat these other teams on our schedule the way that we're playing. I mean, with the injuries that we have, because this defense is awful, and we've been able to move the ball easily, but we haven't been able to score. DeAndre Swift, he's gonna ice it. He's gonna ice it. And now Penix is hurt. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and they look better just in general. Yeah, that's a fact too. I think I'm going to wrap this up with 6 minutes left. I don't want to see any more players get hurt. I would not be as upset as I am if we just didn't get injured. Like, why can't we just lose like a normal team? Why do we have to lose and lose a guy for the season, lose a guy for 5 games, lose another guy for 3 games, lose another guy for the season? Why do we have to continue to do this? Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, I mean, I think most people would take DJ Moore over Odell at this point in their careers. It's just that DJ Moore is going to be at least the Golladay price, and Odell will be like 11 million a year. Let's see what happens here. I would love for the Lions to just throw the ball and throw pick six, and that would be perfect. That would just be perfect. Imagine they just throw the ball and there's a pick six. Just imagine that. That's a false start again on Detroit. Whatever. They didn't call it, but whatever. So that is going to put the Lions over 30. I think this is the first time that a team has scored 30 against us. I think, yeah, that's the first time somebody's gotten 30 against the Giants. We all knew that they could score. We just, it is what it is, man. Um, I'll do a quick look through and notice that the Lions aren't missing their kicks. So we gotta hold Brian Beno accountable for that too. Isaiah Hodgins is crying on the sideline. He looks like he might have a future in the NFL, But whatever shot we had is finished. But yeah, the Lions have been in a 48-45 game they lost to the Seahawks. They've put up 36 on the Commanders and beat them. Lost to the Eagles 38-35. Beat the Colts 27-26. Beat the Packers 2 weeks ago. Beat the Bears last week 31-30, and now they got to 31 again. So I mean, we already knew the Lions offense could score. It was just about if we could, control the game enough to be able to come out and put up enough points to win. If we were to come out and punch them in the nose and put up points fast and make them one dimensional and make them have to play a different kind of game, then yeah. But we didn't do that. So this will put the Lions at 4-6. The Giants at 7-3. With the Commanders at this is going to put the Commanders at 6-5. So the Commanders are going to be 1 win behind us. 2 games behind us, 1 win behind us. They took Saquon out of the game. They kept Slayton in there. Eagles down by 6. Jalen Hurts pretty much puts the game away. 1 minute left. Let's see what Matt Ryan does for the Eagles. Back in the shotgun. Daniel Jones is taking the snap. He's got all day. He's going to throw it. Richie James was covered right there. Just gets knocked away. I think the Giants believed a little bit that they could come back. But I think that's holding on them. I think the Giants believed a little bit that they could come back. They felt like they probably were picking up steam. But once Isaiah Hodgins fumbled that ball, I mean, what can you do? Golladay back in the game, Kaiser in the game, Slayton in the game, Richie James back in as slot receiver because no Wan'Dale Robinson. DJ's taking another shot. This will be to Richie James. 5.5 left. I mean, even if the Giants score 2 touchdowns here, it's just not going to happen. DJ is about to have his first 300-yard game, and who knows how long. And that ball just got batted. Yeah, they're going to keep Saquon on the sideline. He's got about 40-something more yards to get to 1,000 on the season. He was not about to run the ball today. They shut him down completely. And if Dallas can do the same thing, then it's going to be tough to win games if we can't run the ball. Brightwell in there. DJ takes another shot. Darius Slayton. Slayton's got to be over 100 now. Oh, no. Now Aiden Hutchinson's down. Hopefully he didn't tear anything on this horrible field. Hopefully it's just a shoulder and not a knee. Because you just hate to see like players getting hurt on a bad field. Golladay with a nice catch across the middle. This is what we should be doing on a regular basis. He makes these catches, man. Like, why can't we get this guy the ball early and often? And Richie James is going to walk this into the end zone. They got to sign Odell. Other than that, they're just going to roll out with Slayton, Richie James, and Golladay. And maybe they sign, maybe they sign Odell. But other than that, it's not really they can do. This puts us at with the ability to get to 20, and this will make it an 11-point game. I don't have nothing to say about that. How do you drop that? How do you drop that? I don't get that, man. Like this is like honestly ridiculous. I mean, we got two timeouts. I guess you can kick it deep. You kick it deep this time. See if you can get a stop. This looks like an onside. That was a horrible onside kick. But you see if you can get a stop. Try to go back down the field. And then at that point, it's onside kick time again. But this game's probably over. This will drop us to 7-3. Dallas with the chance to catch back up to us tomorrow. Philly up 17-16. It looks like they just ran the clock out. Looks like they're done. Jamal Williams is going to pick up 5. They're running that clock down. Giants take a timeout. Oh, no, they didn't take a timeout. Can't tell. Okay, they took one. Pick up a first down, and that probably does it. Giants out of timeouts. They got a fresh set of downs. They're in field goal range. (152) rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 sacks. They dominated us. They dominated the line of scrimmage today. I think there was some delivery person and they were just blasting music outside my house. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, they're gonna run this clock down. Is what it is. I would take Dexter Lawrence out of the game, like right now. Like, what's the point of him being in the game? Um, I would take Julian Love out of the game right now. Yeah, the Eagles pulled out that win. Washington won easily against a team that we should have won easily against, but we decided to play around with and run the clock out for 3 quarters. Um, but it is what it is when you don't have that edge on a week to week basis. There is no reason they should have let that play work. No way they should have let that play work. Now they'll just nil out the clock. They'll just run out the clock. Um, guys, thanks for coming into the stream today, supporting the channel. A lot of thoughts about this. I'm about to record my post game video, so you guys look out for that. But thanks for coming on today. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream. There's that pretty much wrapped up the game beyond and there's no percent chance that the Giants are gonna win now. So, like I said, thanks for popping in, and be on the lookout for the post game video. And they need to pull out Leo and Dexter Lawrence. Come on.